So this year for the Philadelphia Comic-Con, I decided to go with a couple of my friends. And I typically don't do this, but I felt like dressing up this year. So the character that I decided to dress up as, to cosplay, was Yusuke Urameshi from YuYu Hakusho. And YuYu Hakusho has always been one of those series that has always been very near and dear to my heart. So in honor of making the costume, I thought, oh, why don't I rewatch the series? Now I haven't quite finished it. I just got past the Dark Tournament arc, so I'm moving on to seasons 3 and 4. And I have to say that Yu Yu Hakusho is still as good as I remember it being. It's still an excellent show, great action, great humor, great characters as well. I would still recommend to go see it now if you haven't yet. But what I really wanted to talk about today was not the show itself. I wanted to talk about a video game for the PlayStation 2 based off of Yu Yu Hakusho, and that is Yu Yu Hakusho Dark Tournament. Now, the Dark Tournament is one of my favorite arcs in all of anime. It is so perfectly done. They show the struggle of Yusuke's team as, everyone else is like cheating and stealing and lying to them, and shows them overcoming obstacles with the power of, it sounds really stupid, but friendship, the power of determination. And it's really amazing to see. Now, a lot of anime series do have tournament arcs, but I feel that the Dark Tournament surpasses all of them just due to the gravity that it has for the rest of the show. And of course, the epic battle of Yusuke versus younger Toguro at the awesome climax. Now, how does the game hold up? Well, the game does not take place before the Dark Tournament or after. It is strictly the Dark Tournament. So there's a couple different modes in this game that you can play. The biggest one being tournament mode. So for the tournament mode, it goes through the story of Yu Yu Hakusho, and it actually does have some of the anime cutscenes, so I give it points for that. That's pretty cool. I like when games have anime cutscenes, makes it feel a bit more authentic. So it starts off on the boat right after Yusuke trained with Genkai, and you have to go for a 3-round fight, and you fight a bunch of demons or whatever. Then you get into the actual matches that take place within the Dark Tournament. Now, I do need to be honest, I thought about making this a video about a hidden gem, saying that this game was a hidden gem. I can't really say that it is. It's not a bad game, but it is a bit mundane. This is a 3D fighting game, very similar to Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3, but where Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3 succeeded with having flashy cutscenes, a lot of characters, awesome abilities, different moves, making each character feel different, Yu Yu Hakusho Dark Tournament doesn't really have that. I hate to say it, but it's a bit unpolished. It's a bit clunky too. Some of the combos are difficult to pull off with the analog controller for the PlayStation 2. And especially at the end where you meet the final round in the Dark Tournament, the game is very unforgiving and very unfair. Now, in its defense, I will say that some characters do feel different than others. Each character does have their own set of moves, but the combos are kind of the same, like back, up, circle, something like that. Every character has those. But the special moves do feel unique. For as example, Kurama specializes in more ranged combat from the back using his Rose Whip or the Rose Darts, whereas Kuwabara would be more upfront with his fists and then the Spirit Sword that he would summon. So the characters do feel okay, the cutscenes are cool, the gameplay really does bring it down. Another thing that I do want to mention is the game really pushes this stupid tokens game. So there's I guess it's a game where there's tokens, physical tokens with numbers on them, and you spread them around like a mat. And where you insert these tokens depends on if you get points or your opponent loses points. And the game does an okay job of explaining it, and you do have to play it within the story mode of the game. But it's kind of dumb and boring, and I just don't care for the token mode, and they really push it. Because after every fight, it's you unlocked this token of this character you don't remember. And it's oh, great. More stupid tokens, yay. Now that being said, are there worse games out there? Of course. But for a Yu Yu Hakusho game, I am very, very disappointed. Now I know there was a couple that were released only in Japan, which from what I've seen from footage, it does seem like they would be a lot better and a lot more fun. But unfortunately, we just have to play the cards that we were dealt with, and we got Yu Yu Hakusho Dark Tournament. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been another episode of Kirk Talk, and I will see you in the next one.